The recent film festival I attended got me thinking of probably one of the most meaningful experiences of my career. And it really didn't have anything to do with anything I've done for hire. It actually was a workshop that I created at a place called Pacific Lodge Boys Home, which is a 60-bed residential facility designed for kids coming out of juvenile hall. It's sort of an opportunity for them to spend a couple of months, a few months, a little bit longer maybe, sort of redesigning their lives and getting the specialized counseling so that they could, go in a better path than what got them to juvenile hall in the first place and not go down a more serious route. And what I did was I worked for about 6 months with a group of kids to create a ghost story. Pacific Lodge has been around since the 1920s, and it's this series of cottages, and so it's got it's got these mysterious basements and so forth. So we decided to create a video, or a half-hour film actually, about this ghost, this kid who wrote a diary and then went missing in the 30s, and now he's haunting the current residents of Pacific Lodge. That was the plot of the film. And I can't show you too much footage because of privacy laws, even though this was in 2003. It still applies. But I'll show you as much as I can. But it was such a great experience, not only because it was fun to work with the kids, but in a lot of cases, a lot of kids who've been through what these kids have been through, and meaning juvenile hall and so forth, it's a very depersonalizing experience, and they come out without a lot of self-esteem. In some cases, no self-esteem at all. One of the kids would ask me once, "Why do you bother with us? We're losers." But the whole idea of the film and the way I approached the whole thing was to give them the opportunity to take every position. They didn't just act in the film; they helped create it. They helped write it. They helped shoot it. They helped special effects. Everything that we needed to do, they worked on. And so some kids who were afraid to even touch the camera in the beginning were directing it by the time we finished shooting several months later. So you saw this progression. It was really amazing. But what really made it, sort of a capper to the whole thing was at the very end of this process. We finished the film. It's half-hour, movie. Felt like a movie. Looked like a movie. The Pacific Lodge got someone to donate a limousine. And they arranged to take the kids and myself out in that limousine to a really nice restaurant, then brought us back to Pacific Lodge, where they had this sort of like a chapel-like building, and they had converted it into a sort of a Gothic cathedral type of environment. And they put a big flat or a big screen TV in the front of the chapel. And they had about 100 people and a red carpet cheering these kids as they got out of the limousine. And they had fake paparazzi taking pictures. And they went in, and we had this grand premiere. And at the very end, we gave them like little fake Oscars and that sort of thing. And it was such a it meant a lot to them, and I think it meant as much to me, just to see that whole progression and how much it that it was something that wasn't just something I did for hire or whatever. It meant something that meant something. So I just wanted to share that with you. I wanted you to see some of a little bit of what it all entailed. That's all for today. I will see you next time. So I have this vlog, and I'd like to know if you'd like to watch me on YouTube.
Okay.
What? Are you making fun of me? Are you making fun of me? You think I'm funny?